Good morning, students, and welcome to the class. Today, the topic which we are going to discuss is preparing and disseminating resource units. The learning objectives of today's topic are Association for Learning Technology means the students will be acquaint themselves with the concept of what you mean by the Association for Learning Technology and how it is working. Educational technology services, what are you mean by that and what services they are provided. Project planning for effective dissemination, what do you mean by the project planning and how the project planning is helpful in effective dissemination of the curriculum. Dissemination through collaboration means different techniques which has been used for the dissemination. The project must communicate effectively with the number of stakeholders. Now, when we are preparing a project and the project must effectively communicate with the number of stakeholders, what is the purpose, what is the aim of that particular project, and who are the stakeholders, which are related to the teaching learning process. They can be the teachers, they can be the students, the university members, the management, all these are the stakeholders. Stakeholder audiences, these includes universities themselves, means the university itself, though their committee structures, the committee members of the universities, discipline specific network, professional bodies, it might be the NCRT or the NCT and learned societies and the persons who are the society members and what we call as them the learner societies. Staff in educational development and learning technology, communities and academic and support staff through higher education means everyone are the stakeholders of the education. The project will therefore disseminate widely its activities, recommendations, and development strategies for good practices through. And the project therefore disseminate widely its activities means various type of activities will be disseminated. Recommendations they will make various recommendations and developmental strategies and the developmental strategies techniques for the development of the curriculum. Direct marketing to promote the information and material means direct marketing to promote the information and material delivered by the project means any information that is related with the particular project and that project is related to the disseminating of the curriculum and that information is directly marketing to promote the means we are making a direct contact with the markets, promote the information and material delivered by the project websites to appropriate generic and subject-based groups, and how the information has been promoted to the stakeholders, to the persons, is through the project websites to appropriate generic and subject-based groups. Example brochures. Now you can make a brochure so that the information can be circulated among the learner peoples. Flyers. The flyers can be made. Email, you can send them the emails. News items can be published in the newspaper, personal contact, and you can give the information related to the project, how the project is helping in the disseminating of the curriculum, and these can be shared with the personal contacts also. A specific project web service, a specific related to a particular project. A specific project web service means related to a particular project involving information, every information which is related to it. Provisions, what are the different provisions that are made in that particular projects for the dissemination of the curriculum? Monitor, how the monitoring of the curriculum has been done. Monitor download facilities, demonstrations, evaluation, and discussion forums. Evaluation of the curriculum and the discussion forums, where the discussion will be related to the curriculum, development of the curriculum, dissemination of the curriculum, and the projects which are needed for the dissemination of the curriculum, development of the curriculum, and the circulations of the curriculum. The well-established websites at Warwick of the local educational technology services means well-established sites which are usually used for the dissemination of the curriculum are at Warwick of the local educational technology services and associations for learning technology. These are the websites which are specially well established for the dissemination of the curriculum and for the projects that has been taken for the curriculum development and for the dissemination of the curriculum reforms for the curriculum as well as the academic staff development oblique educational development unit websites at the particular institution means every institution has its own websites related to it. Those websites are working for the dissemination of the curriculum, importance of the curriculum, reforms of the curriculum, and promoting of the curriculum. Collaboration why our excellent contacts with national centers of support for this area means we are collaborating. We are making efforts to make the contacts with those agencies, those centers which are working in that area. So collaboration why our excellent contacts with national centers of support for this area means we are continuously working on this area so that the collaboration can be established in that area. Example LTSN, GISE, Assist. These are the well established websites which are working in that particular area, and we are trying to make excellent contacts with these national centers. Committee agendas, particularly teaching and learning strategies. Now, the committee agendas, which is particularly related to what are the different teaching and learning strategies can be applied by the teacher during the teaching learning process. Now, the teaching and learning strategies should be according to the needs of the curriculum, needs of the society, and it should be satisfied the needs of the learners also. IT and curriculum and staff development committees in particularly universities. All these are participating for what? For the dissemination of the curriculum, working in the field of the curriculum, reformation of the curriculum, development in the curriculum. Curriculum and staff development committees, uh, the committees which are involved for the development of the staff. Staff development committees in participating universities. The academic staff development program. Now, what do you mean with the academic staff development program? These development programs are organized by the academic staff council in every universities and colleges, and these committees are organize those programs which are for the upliftment of the curriculum. The FDPs can be organized by them, the webinars can be organized by them, so that there is a upliftment in the knowledge of the existing staff. The academic staff development program means the different programs will be uh, implemented in the academic staff development program related to the curriculum and related to the dissemination of the curriculum and the development of the curriculum, including aggregated provisions. What are the aggregated provisions? At Birmingham, Oxford, Durban, Southampton, and Birmingham universities. These are the universities where the academic staff development programs have been continuously organizing these dissemination of the curriculum and reforms in the curriculum. The network of ALT, UCO, SEDA, the MIM 69, and Eastern Regional Forum groups of universities, the teaching and learning technology, officers group and discipline specific professional bodies. Means all these networks and working together for what? For the development, for the improvement in the teaching learning process, how the teaching learning process can be improved, and the teaching learning process will be improved only when there has been reforms and dissemination of the curriculum. Now, publications in generic and subject specific journal. Now, we have to make publications time to time in the generic and subject specific journal. Now, what is subject specific journal? Journals which are related to the specific subjects. For example, the education, English, humanities, or the management. These are the specific subject specific journal. So we can make a publications in those specific subject specific journals which are related to that particular subject, and we will get the information about the curriculum reforms, about the dissemination of the curriculum in that particular subject, what work has been done, what researches has been done in that particular area, newsletters, etc. The universities or the colleges can publish the newsletters, and the newsletters will inform the stakeholders that what work has been done by the academic staff colleges, by the with the help of the project, what teachers are doing in that particular area, the particular area related to the curriculum reforms, the curriculum development, the dissemination of the curriculum. All these information will be shared with the group members, with the if they publish newsletters related to that. Presentations at appropriate generic and subject specific conferences. Now, we can organize subject specific conferences, means what reforms are done in that particular subject, what reforms in that curriculum has been done, and these type of information can be circulated among the stakeholders with the presentations and the conferences that can be organized from time to time in different universities, in different colleges. Various workshops can also be organized related to the dissemination of the curriculum, how the curriculum can be disseminated, what reforms has been done in that particular area, and what is the development and why we need these reforms in the curriculum. And seminars. So seminars can also be organized by the academic staff colleges from time to time so that every individual can have that knowledge. Now, project planning for effective dissemination. Now, what should be done for that we can make an effective dissemination of the curriculum? And that need what a project planning, and that should be a perfect planning. Then only the effective dissemination of the curriculum can be possible. Now, the first point is related to awareness raising, means we have to make aware the teachers, the educators, the students, the stakeholders that this has to be done, and that changes has been made in the curriculum. These reforms has been made in the curriculum, and we should be aware with all those things. Means we have to make aware all the stakeholders related to the changes that has been made in the curriculum. The project will produce and distribute material. The project will produce awareness material. The project will produce and distribute material, and this the material which is related to the curriculum. What reforms has been made in that particular area, what development has been made in that area. The project will produce and distribute materials aimed at increasing awareness of the project work, and that distribution of the material related to the reforms of the curriculum, related to the curriculum, that means that it will increase the awareness among the stakeholders about the curriculum. Distribute material aimed, means that is the perfect goal of that project, aimed at increasing awareness of the project work. That this is the increasing awareness of the project means they will able to know the aim, the goal of that particular project work, and the educational and technological implementation approaches being developed. And we will work in the area of what, how the education and technology implementation approaches can be developed to make a dissemination of the curriculum, reforms in the curriculum, and these will lead to the development of the curriculum. The project plan will be adjusted periodically to ensure that activity associated with production and distribution of publicly materials and planning and delivery of events run concurrently to the availability of the project deliverables. Now, what is that? The project plan will be. Now, when we are making the plan about the particular project, which is related to the dissemination of the curriculum, has how it can be done, the project plan will be adjusted periodically. Means we have to make ensure that all the activities related to it will be done in a particular period to ensure that activities associated with production means any activity which are related with the production of materials and distribution of publicity and materials that will be distributed so that publicity can be made, materials and planning and delivery of events run concurrently to the availability of the project's deliverables. Now, what are the project's deliverables? That these are the materials that are available for the perfect dissemination of the curriculum. This will facilitate the maximum effectiveness of the dissemination activities. Now, if we will plan, make a proper plan, make a proper project related to it, then what will happen? That will effectively means it will we will ensure that it will effectively influence the dissemination activities related to the particular curriculum. This will facilitate the maximum effectiveness of the dissemination activity. We have to make a proper project, we have to make a proper distribution and production of the material so that awareness can be made among the stakeholders regarding to the project goal. Now, increasing understanding. This can be the second way. The project will produce and disseminate staff development material. Means the project will now focus on how to improve the staff and they will work staff knowledge regarding to the particular curriculum to the dissemination of the curriculum, how it can be done. For that, what is the main basis for the transformation of the curriculum? The transformation of the curriculum will be made by the staff only. And for that staff development, how the project will work. The project will produce and disseminate staff development material. Now, they will focus on developing materials which are related to the increasing awareness about the dissemination of the curriculum among the staff, aimed at increasing understanding of the effectiveness of TERLRI. Now, teaching learning processes means increasing understanding the effectiveness of TELRI means how that will be useful for improving the effectiveness and it the material that being used, produced or distributed will aim at increasing the understanding the effectiveness of TELRI among the teachers. The TELRI approaches to support the specific teaching and learning needs. Now, will focus on how to support the specific teaching and learning needs, the specific teaching and learning needs of the learner outlined in the project aims and objective, and this is the main aim and objective of that particular approach. The project will provide curriculum guidelines aimed at reflection of academic practices. Now, the project will provide curriculum guidelines. That these are the curriculum guidelines. The curriculum guidelines can be the roadmap, which will be given by the curriculum framework to the staff members. The project will provide curriculum guidelines aimed at reflections of academic practices. That this will be the reflection of the academic practices that will be organized during the teaching learning process. Means the techniques, the strategies that are adopted by the teacher during the teaching learning process. The project will provide curriculum guidelines aimed at reflections of academic practices. Now, academic practices related to all the activities which are there used by the teacher for the upliftment of the learners and the use of C and IT tools rather than provide a perspective approach. Such material will therefore be used as a focus for discussion in later dissemination activity. Means that material will be in the focus in the main area for discussion in later dissemination activities related to the curriculum. Now, the third one is increasing uptake of TELRI approaches. Direct and web-based distribution will include the collection of information on end users. Means we will try to collect the information or the collection of the information from the end users will be through a direct method or through the web-based distribution along with their intended use of the materials, what materials have been used by them, and likely further distribution to colleges and professional bodies. Now, that can be used by the for further distribution to colleagues that this material can be used by them to increase their understanding related to the how the dissemination of the curriculum should be done and the professional bodies can be the ncrt if we are talking about the teacher education program means these professional bodies will work in the area that in this way the dissemination of the curriculum can be made and this is the effective way of disseminating the curriculum. Evaluation feedback will also be sought means in this process we can take the evaluation whether that has been used in a proper manner or not, whether these techniques or the strategies will be able to help us to achieve the objectives or the outcomes or not. Evaluation feedback will also be sought, means we will have to take the evaluation and on the basis of that feedback we can make some changes. Such tracking mechanism will allow the project team to follow up on actual uptake of TELRI means on the basis of the evaluation, on the basis of the feedback that we sought, we will able that will allow the project team, the team who are working in the area of dissemination of the curriculum, will allow the project team to follow up on actual uptake on TELRI approaches in course with the help of the evaluation and the feedback, and providing insight into an individual, departmental, and institutional change the project has effected. And now they will evaluate whether that approach in a particular course, in a particular syllabus, has provided insight into any individual or no department, any particular department or institutional change or there has been a change in that institution where they have uh, used that particular approaches and institutional change the project has affected or whether it has affected or not. Dissemination through collaboration means different universities, different colleges can make a collaboration with those institutions, with those organizations, those who are well established in that particular area. Due to collaborative nature of the project, means two project managers, or I can say two organizations that are working on a particular basis due to collaborative nature of the project if the project demands if the nature of the project is that we can make a collaboration dissemination will also inquire implicitly alongside the specific activities outlined above. Dissemination will also inquire implicitly alongside the specific activities which are related to the approaches that has been used in the teaching learning process. Firstly, The project team will be working with a wide range of academic staff. Now, the project team, those who are working in the area of the curriculum, they are working in the reforms of the curriculum and the dissemination of the curriculum. Firstly, the project team will be working with a wide range of academic staff, means they will collaborate with various academic staff of different universities. Academic staffs enabling cross-fertilization of approaches between individuals, departments, and between disciplines across the consortium institutions. Now, they will work on what different ways, I mean, between different individuals. That these are the different individuals who are working in collaboration for the dissemination of the curriculum. These are two departments or the three departments that are working in the area of dissemination through collaboration and between disciplines. Now, discipline, different disciplines, the disciplines of science and commerce, discipline of humanities, English, social science, means all these areas, all these disciplines are collaborating with each other so that the dissemination of the curriculum can be easily possible. Secondly, the steering group members have been chosen for their potential to enable the project work, and we will able to select the steering group members that these have the members that have been chosen because we see them their ability to work or the project work that they are able to work on that particular project and the approaches for good practices to invite into existing framework for this area and good practices to invite into the existing framework that has been made for this area within their institution that are working in their institution, their particular institution, to disseminate findings widely across the institution and to disseminate the findings which have been found by that particular institution to different widely across the institution means many institutions will get the information related to it and thus provide a high level of impact and that will make a high level of impact upon the working upon the quality of the education upon the curriculum and the reforms or the development of the curriculum. Furthermore, dissemination of generic and subject-based outcome is implemented in that 10 or more departments will participate in the initial phase of the project. Furthermore, dissemination of generic and subject-based outcome that these are the subject outcomes related to a particular group its implements in that 10 or more departments will participate in the initial stages of the project. Initial stating the starting age uh, phases of the particular project. At Warwick and Oxford, rapidly expanding at Birmingham, Durban, and Southampton become involved, and these all the universities will involved in that particular project. Furthermore, the final phase of consultancy will ensure that good practice is shared across discipline and cross universities. And when that will happen, then the final phase will come. The final phase of consultancy will ensure us that good practice is shared means every universities, every colleges are practicing, and these are the best practicing for teaching that particular subject across discipline, across different discipline, whether it is a science discipline, commerce discipline, social science, or English, Hindi, and across universities and every universities that are in the world are using this type of project for the dissemination of the curriculum on the regular basis. Since the project involves collaboration with the learning and teaching support network. Now, we are saying that a project has needed collaboration with different agencies and relevant discipline based centers. First, we said that it has to be a collaborated with learning, teaching support network, relevant discipline based centers, those who are working on the discipline, on the development of the discipline. the generic learning and teaching support centers, and the Association for Learning Technology. All these areas, all these are the centers or the areas which are working in the dissemination of the curriculum. And when we have made a proper project, then this project should be involved in collaboration with all these agencies. The project will benefit from the built-in dissemination activities of these organizations with respect to both generic and subject specific needs. Now, what is subject specific need? Every subject has its own need, and that need should be satisfied. What will be the need of that particular subject or the specific subject? It is related to the needs of what are the objectives, goals, and aims of that uh, particular subject. The project team will publicize the project and present findings at seminars and workshops. Now, what will happen? The project team will public publish the project findings. That these are my project findings, and these project findings will reflect that how a project will helpful in the dissemination of the curriculum, how the curriculum frameworks can be done, how the reforms in the curriculum can be done. The project team will publish the project and present findings, or not only they can publish their findings in the newspapers or in the journals, but they also present their findings at seminars and workshops. Seminars and workshops that are particularly organized for the perfect, effective way of dissemination of the curriculum, as well as through written articles and news items. It is not only that they can organize seminar and workshops in different universities at different level and the colleges, but they can also write articles and make them publish in the subject specific journals related to that, and news items that information can be published in the newspapers also, that we have worked on that project and we have got that findings, and on the basis of that findings we are saying that this is the best way of or the effective way of disseminating the curriculum. Effective communication is essential. Now, the communication should be effective, means what a person has said should be understood in the same way. Then only we will say that effective communication is based, means encoding and the decoding of the message should be in a proper manner. Effective communication is essential for collaboration and dissemination. Now, what they are to say, if we are not making a perfect or the effective communication, then collaboration will not be successful. For the perfect collaboration, effective communication is needed and dissemination, and not only for the collaboration but also for the dissemination of the curriculum, effective communication is required. The effectiveness of communication will be a focus of continual formative evaluation. Now, what we are saying, that if how we you will able to judge that whether the communication is effective or not. So they are saying the effectiveness of communication, how the communication should be effective, will be focused on continuum formative evaluation, means the evaluation which is taking place in a continuous basis. Then only we will able to know, with the formative evaluation, we will able to know the effectiveness of communication. The evaluation that is on a continuous process. Now, with this, in this particular topic, we have discussed about the curriculum, the dissemination of the curriculum, the importance of project work, academic staff, colleges, development, different agencies, how they are working in the proper dissemination of the curriculum. For further references on this particular topic, you can refer these references. Now let us discuss some MCQs. as MCQs are the best tools to judge your learning outcomes, how much you have learned about that particular topic. Now, the first one is the project must communicate effectively with a number of dash audience. Means the project that has been used, that has been made, that has been planned for the dissemination of the curriculum must communicate effectively. That project must effectively communicate with a number of what? The audience is what? The now, the options are, and you have to select the one option, the correct option from the given choices. Now, the options are A, stakeholder, B, curriculum maker, C, teachers, or the D, students. Means when a project has been made and that project must communicate effectively with the number of students only, with the number of teachers only, the curriculum makers, or it should communicate effectively with a number of stakeholders. Now, the students, you have to select the correct answer, and the correct answer is option A, that is stakeholders. Now, stakeholders include what? The universities, the different committees, the teachers, and the students. All are included in that. So, the project must communicate effectively with a number of stakeholders, then only the dissemination of the curriculum will be done in a proper or effective manner. Now, the full form of dash ETS is. Now, what is the full form of ETS? Now, it's a what is ETS? Now, ETS is a web sources which are working in the area of dissemination of the curriculum in an effective manner. Now, these are the options, and you have to select the correct answer from the given options. Now, the option A is Educational Technology Service. Whether the full form of ETS is Educational Technology Service. The option B is educational technology, whether the full form of ETS is educational technology. The option C is educational technology school. And the D option is educational teaching services. Now, these are the options, and now you have to select the correct answer from which options. Yes, students. Now, the correct answer is yes. The correct answer is option A. That is the full form of ETS is Educational Technology Services that are working in the area of effective dissemination of the curriculum. Now, the third one, the full form of ALT is. Now, the options are, and you have to select the correct option or the correct answer from the given options. Now, select one. The options are A, Association for Learning Technology, option B, Association for Learning, option C, Association for Learning Teaching, or the option D, Learning Technology Association. Yes, students. Now, what will be the correct answer? Now, the correct answer is yes. Now, the correct answer is option A, that is Association for Learning Technology. Now, the fourth one, the project will produce and distribute materials aimed at dash awareness of the project work. Now, what should be produced, what should be distributed by the project during the project that aims at dash awareness of the project team. Means what should be distributed and in what order or in what way it should be distributed so that they will increase or they will decrease or they will fixed or they will be regular awareness of the project work. Now, now you have to select the correct answer on the basis of these choices. Now select one. A, increasing means whether aimed at increasing awareness. Decreasing, material aimed at decreasing awareness. C, fixed means material aimed at fixed awareness. Or the option D, distribute material aims at regular awareness. Now students, you have to select the correct answer. And the correct answer is, yes, what will be the correct answer? The correct answer is option A, that is increasing. Means the project will produce and distribute material aimed at increasing awareness of the project work. Now the fifth one, the dash will produce and disseminate staff development materials aimed at increasing understanding of the effectiveness of TELRI approaches. Now, dash will produce and disseminate staff development material. Now, which should produce and disseminate staff development material that is required for the perfect implementation of the curriculum aimed at increasing understanding. It should be such that it should aim at increasing understanding of the effectiveness of, and it should aim, the goal should be such that it should increase understanding of the effectiveness of TLRI approaches. Now you have to select the correct answer from the given choices. Now the options are A, project, whether it should be the project which will produce and disseminate staff development material, and aim of distributing and producing such material will be that there should be an increasing understanding of the effectiveness of TLRI approaches among the different stakeholders or the teachers. The B option is theory, whether it is theory that theory is working in that area. Option C is practical, whether it is a practical which is producing and estimating staff development materials. Or the option D, and that is school, whether it is a school that is working in that particular area. Now, the correct answer is option A. Yes, the students, the correct answer is option A. That is the project will produce and disseminate staff development materials, and the aim of producing and disseminating that staff development material is that it will increase the understanding of the effectiveness of TLRI approaches. Now, the academic staff development program means the development program that are being organized by the academic staffs, including dash provisions at university. What are the different provisions that has been used by them? Now you have to select the correct answer from the given choices. Now the options are A, aggregated, B, certificate, C, provision, or the D, degree. Now, now the students, you have to select the correct answer. Now the correct answer is yes. Now the correct answer is option A, that is aggregated. Means the academic staff development program means all the programs that has been developed by the academic staff, including aggregated provisions at universities. Now the seventh one, the project plan will be adjusted. Means the project plan will be adjusted dash to ensure that activities associated with production and distribution of publicity material. Now the project plan will be adjusted in such a way that it will give an insurance that activities associated with production and distribution of publicity material can be done in a proper manner. So they have to distribute the materials in such a way that the project ensure that all the activities has been properly implemented related to that. Now the options are A, periodically, B, half, C, quarterly, or the D, full. Now these are the options, students. Now you have to select the correct one from the given choices, and the correct one is the project will be adjusted periodically to ensure that activities associated with production and distribution of publicity material. Now the eighth one, the project will provide. Now what should be uh, provided by the project? Guidelines aims at reflection of academic practices. Now, the project will provide what guidelines that are aiming at reflection of academic practices. Now, the options are A, curriculum, whether it is a curriculum, B, project, whether it is a project, C, application, whether it is an application, or the D, it wants a practical. So the project will provide dash guidelines and reflection of academic practices, that these are the academic practices that has to be done during the teaching learning process. Now, yes, students, what will be the correct answer? Yes, the correct answer will be yes, option A, that is curriculum. Very good. The project will provide curriculum guidelines aims at reflection of academic practices. 9, dash and web-based distributions will include the collection of information on end users along with their intended use of the material. Now, what should be that? The options are A, direct, B, indirect, C, regular, or the D one, it is fixed. Yes, what will be the correct answer? And the correct answer is option A, that is direct. 10th one, the dash group members have been chosen for their potential to enable the project work. Now, which group members should be chosen according to their potential abilities to enable the project work? Now, the options are A, steering group members, B, working group members, C, individual group members, or the D one, class group members. Now, the students, you have to select the correct answer on the basis of the given choices. Now, yes, what will be the correct answer? And the correct answer is option A, that is the steering group members have to be chosen for on their potential to enable the project work. Thank you, students. With this particular narration on today's topic, we are able to understand the concept of curriculum, that a curriculum often guides for educators to teach content and skill. For the dissemination of the curriculum, the project can be the best way. The project must communicate effectively with a number of stakeholders. Means the project that has been used must effectively communicate with a number of stakeholders that are involved with the teaching learning process. The project will disseminate widely its activities, means the activities which are involved, recommendations, what are the different recommendations that have been made by that committee members or the project group members, and development strategies, and what are the development strategies that has been undertaken by them of good practices, and what are the different strategies that has been used through direct marketing to promote the information means direct marketing can be a way to promote the information that has can be used for the dissemination of the curriculum, for the reformation of the curriculum, for the development of the curriculum. A specific project web services means there can be a different specific project web services can be used for the dissemination of the curriculum. Project planning for effective dissemination, and we have to make a proper plan. A proper project planning should be there so that the effective dissemination of the curriculum can be made, and that perfect effective dissemination of the curriculum includes awareness arising means how you can aware the students, the stakeholders related to the perfect dissemination of the curriculum, increasing understanding, how you can increase their understanding, increase uptake of TELRI approaches, dissemination through collaboration. Thank you, students. Thank you so much for your patience listening.